Falling in love, California girls are unforgettable. Trees on top. What's going on, boys? What's going on? Let me put down the music. What's going on? Welcome to this new video. Funnel breakdown. We're gonna break down Eddie's Cumberbatch $400,000 a month funnel. If you don't know Eddie, he's an ex-growth operator. And he's recently transitioned into WAP and selling a different offer. WAP is essentially a clipping agency, essentially clipping reward agency, clipping content reward agency, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna break down today Eddie's work to get $400,000 worth of revenue with his own offer and with WAP. I don't know exactly what's the breakdown between the two. I'm guessing he doesn't get has 100% of the revenue at WAP. WAP is a huge organization. If you don't know them, please go check them out. They're pretty incredible, honestly. Essentially, if you want to make money, WAP is pretty good. It's essentially a competitor to Score. So they flew us out back in January with my friend Nicholas. I really encourage you to go check their app. It's pretty easy. They do take a hefty fee, but yeah, it's a good alternative to Stripe and to Score. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to it. So Eddie's coming back $400,000 a month. For a crazy amount of money, definitely one of the biggest guys in the space. And for that, Eddie has gone for obviously a content strategy that is a 100% organic. So obviously zero ads. Okay, he's pushing organic content as a model to make money. So it wouldn't make sense for him to make ads. I did check on that, obviously, but yeah. So regarding his current funnel, let me just minimize that window for you. Regarding his current funnel, Eddie has a different approach to most creators. Most creators go from a top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel content strategy with different video on each step. So this would be to attract the masses into their offer, or at least their ecosystem. Middle of funnel would be to give them value, to do lead nurturing, whatever you want to call it, and bottom of funnel would be to convert. Eddie has said, okay, fuck this shit. I'm gonna do that, but I'm not gonna post 100,000 videos just for a couple of them to give me, reviews, to give me leads. Okay, so first let's deep dive into his short form content because essentially the recipe for his content is very interesting because the short form content that he has, the strategy is basically the same for the long form content. Simply the long form content is way more developed than the short form. All right. So what's his strategy? Well, from what I could gather, from what I could identify, right, 3 big points. Famous names every time now because he's trying to attract the masses. Okay, so famous names of the online space. Everyone knows about, for example, Little Tika over there. He just made video with Drake or Nike, and the greatest creators, etc. For those who are more niche by scales, that's for his ex-growth operating group. Anyway, famous names to give them social proof. Okay, my new solution, because that's it. Oh, it's the new way to make money. It's cool, it's fresh, it's new, it's the next new thing. That's how I'm going to make money. It's the next new thing. Is validated by those people. They make a lot of money. This is the future. Okay, this is exactly how he's selling it. Flashy numbers. Obviously, if we want to go look at his content, for example, with breast scale. I don't know if you guys. This 20-year-old is making. Okay, first thing we're making 100 million. He's making $1 million per month, and he's gonna expose entire strategy. So as you can see from his approach, is that he's not saying I have something to offer you guys. He's saying this cool thing is here. And he's done this, and this, and I might be able to help you out launch, help those kind of creators make money and get money for you at the same time. So yeah, that's basically short form content strategy, and essentially with long form, it's basically the same thing. So he has video for newbies, right, where he's gonna break it down from their side of view, so from zero to that much amount of money in that time. So from a complete beginner. Teaching them the basics, educating them, trying to get as much newbies as possible because the make money online newbie scenario is widely targeted because it's very profitable. he's making educational slash entertainment video. For example, with this CEO of Brainrot, he goes back to trends, essentially the guy, making them essentially it's the same kind of video he's doing with Iman. All right. And then next step for amateur slash pro. So Iman is a huge name in the space. I had the opportunity to meet him a couple of years back. Incredible how he's grown since then. But yeah, essentially getting even more proof on his strategy, his brand, his content, whatever it is, associating with him. So a lot of people want to see Iman. So obviously he's getting the reach from that. So this is for amateurs and pro. Essentially, we're getting back with the same strategy, but he's gonna add technicality in this video because this video is more long format for people willing to learn more. Okay, so he's gonna educate them. He's gonna lead them in with cool concept, flashy numbers, and the new solution, etc., etc. And he also has those kind of videos as a social proof what I'm doing actually worked with my offer. Okay, so that's the whole content strategy. You can implement it as well. A lot of people are doing. If you're a coach, you can implement it. If you're a growth operator, you can implement it on your clients. A lot of people are doing this kind of strategy. I feel like this one could really go somewhere. Obviously, this would be you would have to be creative for that. Find a way, for example, a fitness coach, wherever it is. Fitness coach would be harder for e-com. Everyone is coming up with new fancy way every time. But yeah, essentially, you can replicate that content. Just don't make 1,000 videos just to get some sales. Maybe just do one great one or two great one, three great one per month that act as the top, middle, and bottom of funnel. And then focus on YouTube. Okay, that would be the content strategy. Now, conversion system of Eddie. So I'm gonna go through that part pretty fast because this is easy. Obviously, if he has a seller on his Instagram account, maybe he has AI, whatever it is. From what I could gather, it's an actual human seller because the response time was pretty high. Maybe it's done on purpose, but it's a human. I might be able to say it's a human seller, although I think Eddie is smart enough to put an AI on that. Which would lead you back to that specific form, right? And on his YouTube video, where essentially he leads his traffic, you have the landing page layout for essentially. So he's promoting Clip Curators, which is his product sponsored by WAP, as you can see. And so what's interesting here is the landing page. Most infopreneurs have shit landing page, so you have to work that out as soon as possible. Bad landing page means less conversion. Okay, if you are below 3% conversion, it's shit, man. Change your landing page ASAP. All right. Same goes for WAP. WAP is a bit different. He's just trying to get as many people on the masses. He's trying to get the masses in it. So you want to go create WAP. That's pretty insane. The graphics are pretty insane, honestly. Anyway, that leads to. Well, that's not great. That's in French. That's not great. But essentially, it's a very good VSL, and everything is free until you start to make money, of course. But everything is pretty much free, and they get obviously payment free, blah blah blah, payment fee. But the landing page are optimized in such a way that would make it interesting to study. Okay, especially this one, simple. No fancy graphics, just this social proof. Clip Creator, okay, you don't need much, but you do need something simple and visually, aesthetically pleasing that is going to be straight to the point, lead forward, and create the need for people to, okay, because what you want is this, so for people to create that, okay? That's the landing page, okay? So the layout is pretty awesome. Forms, okay, so scarcity, so if we go through Eddie's process again together. I'm not going to do it again, but essentially he's creating scarcity all over the form, saying we reject 85% of application. Are you really willing? We only work with a very tiny few. Are you willing to invest at least this amount? Blah 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 blah. Yes, I'm willing. Okay, essentially making lead nurturing as good as possible. The forms are pretty insane. Essentially, your form want to have as much lead nurturing as possible, making sure they're ready to go, making sure they have the budget, making sure they want to do this, okay? And create scarcity, they really want to do your product, okay? They want to buy your product. Once that's done, you're going to send me back to a video who's going to be doing a VSL again. Very nicely nurturing. Once that's done, you're going to have a closer, the ability to book a meeting with a closer, which I obviously didn't go through after that process because I'm not interested, but essentially be able to close you on a deal. His setter, from what I could gather, will send you back to the form. Forgot to put the whole thing here. But yeah, so that's basically it. He's making a lot of money, basically because now he's getting a lot of fame between WAP, okay? Between WAP and between his short form content, he's getting a lot of attention online, which is exactly what you should be aiming to do. If you look at his content, it's not that big, all right? But if you look at his Instagram profile, okay, from those videos, he's able to make that kind of money. Obviously, the partnership with WAP is huge for him, all right, but for his view and everything else. But yeah, essentially his content format are pretty much awesome and something we don't see on a day-to-day basis. It's really next level in this format. So the best way you can, I think, come up in your niche with content shifting industry, literally put you on the top of your niche, go study what Eddie does, and apply it to your own industry and business. If you're not already subscribed, please do hit the follow button, all right? And go check out the video if you have a coaching business and you want to scale out of 10K per month to 30, 50K. I've put the exact way to do it on that video that you're going to see right here. You're going to be able to go to the description as well and be able to check that video. So please do, and we'll see each other very soon. Bye.